The showdown is not meant to cause offense or harm. The viewer acknowledges any reliance on the accuracy or completeness of said content should be done at their own discretion. The host apologizes in advance for any affront as a result of personal attacks.
All right, showdown time. Hannah Kaiser is back with us. You like the showdown. Look, it's like you're like directly confronting everything.
No, I just noticed.
You broke this? Don't break this stuff here. All right. So should the Angels trade Shohei Otani?
Okay, I'm going to reveal myself to be like a total sentimental sap here. There's so much focus on the results, the outcome, and not the journey. But here's the thing. I was watching the Mets game last night, and of course they weren't talking about the Mets. They were talking about Shohei Otani, like everybody else is. And the Mets' incredibly esteemed broadcast crew made the point this could be the greatest season of all time. Now he's chasing 60 home runs.
Yeah.
He's rivaling what Aaron Judge did last year, plus pitching. The greatest season of all time. Why would you, as the Angels, deprive your fan of that? Isn't that worth something more?
Then rebuilding, and I want to get an infielder from Class A.
Truly, in the sense that, like, there's a World Series winner every year. There's only one ever greatest season
and he plays for
all
us.
time. He plays for us. There is actual genuine value in the number of regular season games. Like, Angels fans, the Angels front office, ownership, all that, they've deprived their fans of postseason baseball, but they can give them this
excellent
unique
baseball
opportunity.
For 6 months in the summer.
Excellent baseball. Like, truly go to the ballpark baseball. They shouldn't trade him from the perspective of, like, weighing a future World Series against 2 months of, even if it's a World Series, against 2 months of Shohei Otani. I don't know. I might take the 2 months of watching Shohei Otani play baseball.
I'm not arguing against you at all. I think you're absolutely right. And it's also, we lose track of, how do you as a fan spend your summer? It's like when they say, like, even last year with the Mets, the way they kind of, tailed off and got knocked off at the end, like, oh, what a lousy year. It was not a lousy year. You had 5.5 months of excellence. That wasn't a good way to be a fan. I agree with you. You're right. All right. How about pitch timer? The Players Association would like a little more time on the pitch clock. Are you in favor?
Well, they'd like a little bit more time on the pitch clock all the time, but they think their best bet is probably to ask for it in the postseason, which makes some sense. I understand the argument that, oh, God, the moment is so big, the noise is so much, you're taking in so much, you need a little bit of extra time. I don't think they should do this, and I don't think they're going to. I don't think the league is going to capitulate. And people asked Rob Manfred about this. Why do you think the pitch clock should be the same in the regular season and the postseason, but you're willing to change that sort of extra innings runner on second rule? And I thought, actually, credit to Rob, he had a really smart response. He said the runner on second and extra innings rule is inherently deciding the outcome of the game. The outcome of the game is going to involve that guy on second base scoring. The pitch clock is not supposed to decide the outcome of the game. At its best, it goes largely unnoticed. And so I think if it's supposed to govern the sort of the fabric, the rhythm, all of that of the game, then you shouldn't have to change the rules. It's not changing the rules. It's like, just play at the same pace you've been playing
for 6
months.
But it's funny, because when it first was proposed, I thought, all right, what's another 5 seconds if that makes them happy? And no, you're right, though. I think Joel Sherman has written about this, too. Take the hard line. Like, no, this is what we've agreed to. This is the way we play. Don't let it creep. Don't let it creep away from you.
Because postseason games are already so much longer. And to an extent that it makes it difficult to appreciate the better baseball in October, because it feels a lot less exciting.
And I even thought, it's 25 minutes that they've chopped off. Here's average postseason time. The 3:34 left, 3.5 hours. You don't need that much time.
That 2021 time, 3:37, is almost an hour. It's 59 minutes longer than the regular season games right now. And a lot of that is commercials and stuff that you can't get rid of, but the pitch clock you can keep. And here's the other thing. Whenever the league talks about this, Rob Manfred or whoever, they always say, like, well, of course, we wouldn't want a postseason
game to end on a pitch
and
clock.
here's what I say. No, that's completely fine. Those are the rules are the rules. There are all sorts of ways that guys can strike out. You can foul tip it into the catcher's mitt. What a bummer of a way for the game to end. I was at a postseason series that ended on a check swing call that people didn't agree with. Well, that's the rules. Baseball is so interesting in all of the different little moments that can have this outsized impact. If it ends,
an interference call to end a World Series game.
Exactly. If it ends on a pitch clock violation, well, that's the rule.
I think you're right again. I don't know your take on this. Mariners players are upset. That Mariners team store evidently had Blue Jays jerseys for sale. I thought that was all right. They did. The players themselves, though, Paul C., what the hell is this? This is good. By the way, a bunch of players came out, look, shaking my heads, J.P. Crawford. Come on. The club has since apologized, saying that they had some things left over from the All-Star game. I didn't know that wasn't. I like that the players hate their opponents because usually now everyone's boys, everybody's good. Hey, what's going on? I like that there is some disdain, but I thought that was okay.
I didn't see that explanation, by the way, by the team. And you know what? I was there. I didn't see any Blue Jays merch at All-Star. I think that's a fake.
You think they just put in Blue Jays stuff now because there's some Blue Jays fans coming down from Canada?
Yes, because they're so close to Canada. But I'm just saying, I didn't see it Blue Jays
4 hours ago,
merch.
just 5 minutes. It's gone.
It's gone. Great. First of all, the reason that they shouldn't put Blue Jays merch in the Seattle Mariners team stores is that the Seattle Mariners have such great merch. You should get.
Yeah, but shouldn't you? I mean, shouldn't you want to promote the league? Like I'm thinking of like I always, I was in New York, but I wanted to be able to appreciate the big stars who came into town.
In New York?
Yeah.
Oh, in New York, that would get you shot. If we were wearing somebody else's merch at the ballpark?
Not at the ballpark. No, you should be able to get like I don't know. You can't have an Orioles jersey like on sale that you can get and you can wear at home. I'm not saying go out into the bleachers and wear Orioles.
The Mariners are 5.5 games behind the Blue Jays right now in the wild card standings. This is a genuinely meaningful series. If we are going to buy into the conceit that like chasing down the Blue Jays means something.
It's competition.
It should mean something.
Yeah. All right. You're right again. Look, you're 3 for 3.
Wow.
That's right. Yeah.
I should do this more often.
That's a good job. Yeah, I'll just listen and just let you go.